Good day, viewers. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, we'll bring you the very best. A Biafran agitator, a very popular one that I'm not going to mention his name, came out on X saying that the holding and the injustice, the imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu is not in the hands of the president of Nigeria, that the Sokoto Caliphate are the ones holding him, that the president does not have the power at this moment, that he has handed him over to the Sokoto Caliphate. A lot of people came out saying, is Sokoto Caliphate or the Sultan of Sokoto, is he the president of Nigeria? Why would he be the one holding Kanu? Therefore, evangelist, this is coming out currently and different reactions have been coming in. What would you have to say concerning this coming out?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, whatever, depending on your time zone. Whenever you are watching us, may God bless you. I remember my humble self, that is the Snatchy Benjamin Johnson, aka the Biafran evangelist. Whosoever that have made that statement should go back to the drawing board and have a rethink. Because first and foremost, did the Kanu or was Kanu being kidnapped? Yes. Was it under his violation of his human rights? Yes. Then if you are telling me that the president of Nigeria doesn't have right to free him, that it was the Fulanis that is holding him, is it the Fulanis that jail him? Under the watch of the Fulanis that kidnapped him, Nnamdi Kanu defeated the Fulanis in Nigerian court of law, which out of shame and fear, let Muhammadu Buhari handed him over, refused to free him, allow him to go. He handed him over to DSS. Do you understand me? Then what did the current president supposed to do? Under the section 35, subsection 5 of the Federal Republic of Nigerian Constitution, the president have right. There are three categories that have right to let Nnamdi Kanu go. Number one is the president of the country. I've seen many people that have gotten presidential pardon even before this very regime. You understand? The power of the presidency, incumbent government, he used it and free people. What stopped Nnamdi Kanu not being free by Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Then who visited the case of Nnamdi Kanu? Who took Nnamdi Kanu to court? And who jailed him? If you are telling me it was the Fulanis, is it the Fulanis that jailed him or you, the Yoruba, the Nigerian president? Who visited that case? Is it the Fulanis Caliphate or Tinubu Caliphate that visited the case back? I'm asking a question. Then the second person that have right to free Nnamdi Kanu was Attorney General of the Federation. The former the mighty Allah boss was free by former Attorney General of the Federation. I think during the era, is it Buhari or Obasanjo, Malami Delabat, when he was the Attorney General of the Federation. Then the third person that have right to demand for his freedom was the country which he headed from, the British. According to that law, these people have the right to free Nnamdi Kanu, which they never did, as a result of what? Hatred. Tinubu is the one holding Nnamdi Kanu, and that is why you come now, many of the politicians today who have opportunity of visiting Nnamdi Kanu, some of them that send them the delegate like Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent, who turn back, get kepu that what is holding Nnamdi Kanu, and that is the major reason why they sentenced him to life imprisonment, was Nnamdi Kanu refusal of dropping Biafra. In case you don't know, you know, you say Caliphate is holding, they are not the one holding Kanu. After all, they are no longer in power. Who is in power? Who is the IG of the Federation? Go and check most of the major offices in Nigeria. Who is the AGF? Is it not the Yorubas? Who is the president? Is it not Yoruba? So why are you telling me that is the Fulani Caliphate? Look at the case of Igbo. Igbo not working freely. Igbo is working freely because he's a Yoruba man. and he's a Tinubu friend or boy, which the man called Buhari, the late Buhari, when Igboho rise, and I believe it was Tinubu that financed Igboho to rise up with the ideology of this what is he called Oduduwa, after the death of that Yoruba man who that came from America to establish farming business, that was killed by a Fulani man. So he now sponsored Igbo to carry out that. Are you hearing me? To carry out that movement in order to draw the attention of the Fulanis to play with caution, which Buhari, without the notifying Bola Ahmed Tinubu, carry out an assignment of assassinating Igbo. Before Igbo now ran away, God helping him to escape. You understand me? And today, Igbo is walking freely. What stopped Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to arrest Igbo? To pick Igbo back? Because it was a game plan, and the game was played. But Buhari decided to chop Tinubu's eyes. Remember, during primary, Tinubu made a statement that they never wanted him from the onset to become president. In the primary, he won. In the presidential 2023, now he's Nigerian president that he has been facing all odds. Do you know why he made that statement? Because he has never been the choice of Buhari. Buhari's intention was to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu and use the former Senate president. I've forgotten his name. Is it Buhara or Tambua or whatsoever? Somebody of that northern part. That is the person that Buhari intended to use. And that was what resulted to the news that came up at that time, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, about his political educational background, qualification. Do you understand? Which led him to came up with this ideology of Emiloko, it is my tongue. Do you understand me? So these are the point, and these are the reason. Whosoever that is coming out now saying it was the Fulanis that is holding Nnamdi Kanu is a liar. Not the Fulanis. Though Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. But if Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually, if not for the hatred they have against the Igbos, starting from his wife, the one that called herself a pastor, in a redeem, only God know who is who. Forget what we display or the title we collect without putting it on the ground. Do you understand me? So, what stopped Tinubu to say, they have judged this case of Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu won in the court under the watch of Buhari. Now, he won. Free him and let him go. What stopped him from doing that? He have every right as the AGF of the federation to do that, and nobody will question him. But because he have hatred against the Igbos, and that is why he did what he did. He judged Kanu without a law. That is even the most funny aspect of it. Where is the law? The judgment that Omotoshi passed against Nnamdi Kanu, where is it written in Nigerian constitution? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, even in Nigerian constitution. And what was Nnamdi Kanu fighting for? Is it constitutional? Yes. Agitation. After all, Nigeria demanded for independence. They fought for independence and they got it. So what is so special or different from what Nnamdi Kanu was pursuing or is pursuing? That somebody will now come and say that it was the Fulani, not Tinubu, that is holding Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they hold Nnamdi Kanu because they hate Igbos. That's why he did what he did. Yes, I'm loudly and I'm proudly saying it, and I will say it anywhere. Igbo, is it not the same thing? Why is Igbo working freely? Mighty Allah, whatsoever they call them, Terror, the Tujibe and Co. They are all working, and these people are the one even killing. What has Bola Ahmed Tinubu do to those people? But now cannot be a problem. But whosoever that come to say not, this time around, Northerners, their hand is pure from this one. not that I love, not that I like, I welcome them. But I must be honest, and the truth must be said.
Well said, Biafra evangelist. What would you have to say about the statement he made concerning the legacy of Buhari that he wants to continue? Because a lot of people is asking questions. What does it mean by want to continue Buhari legacy? So would it have been that if Buhari were to be alive or still in power, would he have jailed Nnamdi Kanu? Because he said he wants to continue the legacy.
He wouldn't have. Listen to me. How many years did the Buhari rule Nigeria? 8 good years.
8 years.
Abi, according to Nigerian factor and fashion. 8 years. In that 8 years, what did the Buhari do to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? He took Kanu to court, and the law have its way. And the Kanu defeated him. Did he sentence him to prison, to life imprisonment? So there is nothing Buhari could have done if he were to be alive, because he have finished his tenure. Or do you want to make him a life president? Buhari have done what he could have done if he were to remain in power or remain alive. So the one that continues is Tinubu that continue, and as a result of the hatred is what that they have, showcased to the eyes of every Biafran people. The hatred against the Igbos, which him, Tinubu, and his wife, Remi, had against the Igbos.
But the ideology of one Nigeria is always coming from the southern of Sokoto and the northern, the Sokoto Caliphate. They're always the one talking about the one Nigeria, that's the Fulanis. And Kanu is agitating for Biafra freedom. What do you have to say about this as well?
Now listen to me. I don't know whether you listen to the recent statement of the former state president, the person who committed genocide in Biafra land. I'm talking about Gowon, Yakubu Gowon. Okay. Do you listen to his video?
No.
He said the one Nigeria that he fought for was because of the oil.
Go on.
Yes, I'm talking about the trending video now. Gowon said he fought because of he fought the Biafran war because of Igbo. That if he should, it had been that he allowed the Igbos, to go according to Aburi Accord, which himself signed. That Igbos are meant to be great, and they would have been greater than. So, and as a result of that, that is why that oil. So the one Nigeria we are talking about here, like I've earlier said, was the resources from the Igbo land, the Biafra land. Are you hearing me? The Biafra land resources is one Nigeria, and that is what makes us one. Without that resources, nothing like one Nigeria. I'm quoting, Gowon said it. Go and do your fact check. That is even the latest statement from Yakubu Gowon. He said that was why he boycotted the Aburi Accord that they agreed in Ghana. You understand me? So my beloved brother, forget what anybody that is coming to paint on social media. It is Tinubu that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu that is holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Two, another thing is this. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, another thing that is still keeping him there, according to the fact check, again, is they want Kanu to surrender Biafra. They want him to give up Biafra. See, they intend to frustrate Kanu. That was the ideology. That by sending him to removing him from Abuja, he was supposed to be in Abuja. They said because of the crowd, because of the people, one thing or the other. They said no. And in the east, they say east in Papala and this one thing. They said no. West here, they say the best place in order to frustrate him is the Sokoto northern region. And that Sokoto side now is where they have sent him, thinking that they are going to kill his ideology, not knowing that they want to revive him the more. You can't kill because it is a spirit. Spirit, they die. You understand? Spirit, they die. That ideology is a spirit. Because we are the Asian people, and we are Asian people. Ndigbo, go and go. See, let me tell you, there is is it a pyramid, they call it, or whatsoever. Go to Enugu State, you will see that is the oldest pyramid in Africa. It's older than Egypt. Egyptian pyramid. Go and Google it. I'm not telling you something that you cannot find out. I'm telling you something you can first check. Before the British amalgamation, everybody, Igbos have been. Are you hearing me? Igbos have been in existence, running their things in their own best way. And they are living and they are making it, and they are making themselves. Are you hearing me? Go and ask currently now, just like the other day. The man, is it which university? Is it not is it Oxford University or whatsoever that the Igbo person which Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to honor? Harvard University. Who is Ifeanyi Omonna? Is Ifeanyi Omonna no longer a terrorist? That is making Nigeria proud. That is to tell you the greatness that this man, our son, is talking about. Are you hearing me? So, and that's just it. I don't care if Sokoto is asking a question. You know, in the northern part of Nigeria, the northern caliphate, with their mentality, they don't have women in their corridor of law. But in the Biafra, we are the people, the first set of people on this planet to practice what real democracy is all about. We give women, that is why they have Omoada. Do you know the meaning of Omoada? The first daughters in the family, they have their own power, contribution in lawmaking. In Igbo land, before the amalgamation, of which even today is still playing along. Go and do your findings. But it was not like that in the north. So that is why Sultan of Sokoto is asking that question, who is Orabueze? That she's not the president of Nigeria. She's not a president of Nigeria, and she can never be the president of a darkness. So she's the one speaking now on behalf of the light, which is the Biafra. Do you get the fact now? So that is why I'm telling Sultan of Sokoto, you don't know her and I've introduced her to you. So keep your mouth shut in the case of Biafra, because you are not a Biafra. We the Biafrans knows whom she is. We are not Nigeria. Your election coming to Nigeria, what kind of do you actually conduct election in Nigeria? You don't have election in Nigeria. What you do in Nigeria is selection. And that is why the country is getting worse. Instead of getting better, it's getting worse. How can you use in the night and announce a result and come in the day to cry? The same person that announced a result came in the morning, begin to regret that he announced the result. The people that engineered, that pioneered that result today are complaining, crying, sharing tears, bleeding from their nose, that they accompanied somebody that did not win election to be announced as the president. For how long shall Nigeria continue with this, and you expect us to remain with such set of people, with such mentality? No. We are learned people, advanced, whether educated or not. There is a special gift, knowledge, wisdom of God in every Biafran man, in every Biafran person. And that is why we are democratic in nature. And that is why every Biafran person needs to be well convinced before he can follow you. And that is why we are good in asking questions, so that we will not be caught unaware, take us, put us one side. I don't know whether you get the point. So my beloved brother, I'm using this opportunity to unu ahapụ na ndị na-enwere ihe ama maka ego abịa eburu akọ na uche gị ebugi ebe anọghị ofu ebe amakwana ihe a na-ekwu n'ihi na amara ihe a ga-ekwu a na-ekwu ihe dị ha mma. Eji m ohere a na-agwa unu Ngozi Orabueze kwuo na anotu o si kwuo ka anyị were otu obi asa anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ya gbaa ụfụfụ, anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ya mee gịnị ya gbaa ụfụfụ. Anyị were otu obi, anyị ga-enweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Obodo a na-akpọ Nigeria enwekweghị uru ha ga-aba, onwe uru ihe a na-eme kwa maka ihe ngozi Chukwu nyere anyị ọ ya nwe ihe a ji na-asị gị na anyị bụ ofu nwekwe mgbe anyị ji bụrụ ofu anyị bụrụ ofu ana m agwa adata na ọ bụrụ n'ezie na anyị bụ ofu o nwere onye Igbo ga-achịnwu Lagos steeti o nwere onye Igbo ga-achịnwu Kaduna Sokoto o nwere onye Igbo ga-achịnwu ha ka o nwekwara na onye ugwu a ga-ahapụ ya bịa chịa Anambra ọ chịa na-abịa ka m gwa unu ma ọ bụrụ na unu erozona o nwere otu onye a na-akpọ Gbadebo ọ bụ onye obodo a nna ya wụ onye obodo a kama na mme ya wụ onye Igbo ị mana maka otu ihe a mere ndị obodo a ji wee sị na ọ gaghị achị na ha ga-atụnyere ya 2023 n'ihi na o si na Labour m chọrọ ka unu ghọta ebe a na-eje so obodo dị ntụa ọwa obodo ị chọrọ ịnọ n'ime ya na-aga n'ihu kedu uche kedu ihe bụ uche gị kedu ihe ị dosara bụ ihe gbasara echi niile ụmụ gị ga-eji mee gịnị wee nwee ume maka gị wee kwuo okwu ọma n'isi gị anyị anaghị azọ ihe a nọ maka ihe anyị na-azọ ihe a maka ụmụ anyị na ụmụ anyị na ọkwa n'ihe mere onye ndu ji nọrọ ebe ọ nọ n'ihi na ya nara ego ihe niile ndị Naijiria chọrọ inye ndị obodo a chọrọ inye ya narị ya ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m nke anyị agwụna ya ma kwekwe ya nwa na onwe chikwe n'ọnwụ kwechiri na ya agaghị anị ya kama ihe ga-eme ya mee ana m chọrọ ka unu nwa soro ihe nwaanyị a kwuru mụ nwa nọkwa ebe a ekwechirigo m dat na mbọsị ahụ agaghị eme gịnị anaghị atụ o nwere ebe ihe dị ka ibinye aka n'ebe nke m nwa nọ m nwa anaghị ebinye aka o nwekwana onye na-ebinyere aka Obi wee onye obodo a ihe Zik mere anyị ka Obi chọkwara ime anyị ọzọ abịa asị gị ka onye Igbo achị ya na ewere nke ahụ jide anyị so ka anyị mee ha mata ọsọkwa ya bụrụ Obi o ọsọkwa ya wuru Obi na ọ gbasaghị anyị na ihe anyị nọ na ya bụ Biafra.
Well said, Biafran evangelist. I guess you've explained that to your sisters and brothers very well. Now, it brings me to my question. Why is it that the Fulanis and the Sokoto Caliphate, that whenever they hear anything Biafra, they spark up, and anything division, they spark up? What do you think? Because there is a news buzzing the internet now concerning Gowon, what he said about the one Nigeria. Anytime they hear Biafra or Nigerian division, they take to the heat and they start countering it. What do you think is the major problem that should be tackled, and what's the problem about division of Nigeria?
The major problem of the Fulanis and every other of the Nigerian people tackling Biafra is this. The reason is this, that resources.
Resources?
Yes. Gowon have said it all. Do you know that if Nigeria is a working country, that statement alone is enough to arrest Gowon? That's why he fought. Do you know the people that Gowon killed? Nigeria with the help of the UK and other world, with Russia and co, Egypt. Do you know how many people that they killed? And do you know how many hunger? Over 3 million Igbos died by starvation.
During that war?
During the war. You understand? So, for him even coming out to say this, if Nigeria is a working country, they're supposed to arrest him. And this thing which he said, I've already said it all. That is why both Sultan and Sokoto them is shouting against Biafra. They don't want it because of that particular resources that was located only in Biafra land.